Well, Joe, first of all, I would like to say for lots of Blue Cranes fans that we're kind of glad that you started using your real name.
Why?
I don't know. I think it was something about the word pig. How do you feel about that?
I feel indifferent about it.
Yeah?
I mean, I'm kind of sad. A lot of my friends are sad that I switched back. It just became confusing to a lot of people. So people still call me Slap Pig.
Really?
You can call me Slap Pig. It's just not going to be on the record.
Okay, so this record, is it, first of all, congratulations on being on a label.
Oh, thanks.
How does that make you feel? Does it change things? Anything for you?
Not yet. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. They've been great, and it's our first time, so we don't know. We don't know what's in store. But yeah, they've been great so far. So we'll see.
Is it making things easier for you guys?
No. Well, you know, that's probably a good question for Reed. Reed's been dealing with them mostly. But not really. I mean, I feel like we're still doing the same amount of work. I think they're going to help us. They're going to help us play in front of more people, maybe, or give us wider distribution. Give us a bigger presence. But I'm not actually sure. We'll see. I mean, the things have changed so much that I don't know how much labels help. So I'm not sure.
So this record is it progression? Is it a departure? How do you characterize it?
Oh man, that's your job.
Here's the thing.
I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. Because I think people will think, well, man, they're on a label. And I wonder if they're going to be different. Are they going to be my same Blue Cranes?
Look, we wrote and recorded this record before we even started talking labels, so it's the same Blue Cranes for sure. But like I said, that's your job. I don't know. Like it sounds like Blue Cranes to me, and you know there's some dark moments on this record that are sort of new for us.
What do you mean?
I mean, you know, when we wrote and recorded this record, there were a lot of things happening in our lives. We had some deaths and some births, and a lot of emotion happening. So there's a lot of emotion in this record, and I think it's well represented in the writing and the playing. I don't know. I'm pretty close to it, so I'm not sure exactly. But people who have heard it said that it's sort of takes them on a journey or something.
Well, yeah, I think that's something.
You've heard it. You tell me.
Well, that's not. I'm not. I don't want to do that right now.
Okay.
But the thing is, I think people kind of expect that from you guys now, because that's one of the things that you guys really do is you know, chops and chops aside and compositional talents aside. They expect that kind of conveyance of strong emotion from you guys. You know?
Yeah, okay, good. Because that's what we do, yeah.
All right, now, this collab, I don't want to leave anybody else out, but just this collaboration between you and Reed is pretty extraordinary. I mean, did it click from the very beginning?
Yes. Yeah. The first time we played together, it was just like, whoa. I felt like this guy's coming from the same place that I'm coming from. And that was it. And everybody in the room was like, whoa, there's something there, you know. So, and that has continued. So, and we're still growing together now. So, you know, it's good.
So, if somebody were listening to this album and they didn't have the tracks in front of them, how could they tell a Joe Cunningham piece from a Reed Walshworth piece?
They couldn't.
Really?
I don't think so. You know, maybe you should do that. Maybe you should do that to somebody and see who hasn't heard the record, and people who know us, and see if they can tell. You know, I have no idea. I'm not sure. I mean, we both write strong melodies. We both leave a little bit of room for some improvisation. We're both writing experimentally a little bit here and there, and we're both using strings and extra instruments. And, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. That's a good question.
I think one thing about the Blue Cranes that really needs to be said is that because you two are such strong personalities, and because of the nature of the instrument, Rebecca almost seems to get left out sometimes, and it wouldn't be the Blue Cranes without her, would it?
Absolutely not. Yeah. In what sense do you mean she's left out?
Well, because you guys have strong personalities, and she doesn't solo a great deal.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, she's a strong presence, but you guys are, Titanic.
Well, I feel like, is that true? I'm not sure. I feel like maybe on some of the new stuff she doesn't solo as much. But I feel like in the past it's been sort of equal. I mean, we don't solo a ton,
Yeah.
We feel like this song is the star in our band, so we don't solo as much as other jazz bands. But yeah, I don't know. We wouldn't be a band without Rebecca. There's no way. Absolutely not. She's a huge part. We played a gig without Rebecca once at Jimmy Mack's.
Yeah.
She got sick and she couldn't do it, and we will never do that again.
Wow.
It is not Blue Cranes without Rebecca. So.
I hear Keith Brush is no longer with the band.
Keith is still with the band for a little bit, and we'll see how that goes. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he might be on his way out.
Yeah.
He has other things happening in his life, but yeah, we'll see.
That's good. Okay, so if we were to preview one of these tunes for the people to listen to, what would you suggest?
I would suggest the second song on the record called "Everything Is Gonna Be Okay."
Hey, there it is. Look at that. It's an LP.
Written by Reed. It's a beautiful song with
go.
strings, and yeah, it's great.
Vinyl's pretty good, huh?
What?
Vinyl's pretty good.
Pretty good. Look at this.
Vinyl is pretty good.
And it's blue.
Blue vinyl. Man. How about that?
Yeah.
Well, best of luck.
Thank you.
I hope it sells 1 million.
Oh yeah, I think it's going to. Yeah, millions. Thanks, Tom.